Hello, all my little weirdos, and welcome back to Witchy Wednesdays, where each week we dust off our brooms and take off into the history of a legendary wicked witch. This week we are taking off to what is now Leonardtown, Maryland. We are heading into the 17th century, so it wasn't really considered Leonardtown back then. Rather, it was just a developing colonial site that was part of the St. Mary's County. This is the area where we will spot the witchy woman who helped to inspire the Blair Witch Project. Let me introduce to you the keeper of the plague, the witch that got away but ended up freezing to death, Miss Moll Dyer. Moll was actually born in England but left to be an indentured servant in the West Indies before settling down in Maryland. And she was believed to be around 43 years old when she touched down in Leonardtown. In this developing town, she was also believed to have been a healer to the townsfolk, aiding the community pretty often. Unfortunately, a severe influenza outbreak happened in the winter of 1697, and more lives were claimed to this virus. And being the town healer and all, Moll was actually unable to do anything to stop the sickness from spreading, and that enraged the townspeople even more, because these people just endured a drought that killed a lot of their crops and a lot of their livestock, and now their very own brothers and sisters were dying. But they had the perfect person to point their fingers at for this bad luck streak, little Miss Moll Dyer. So rumors started flying that she was a witch, and with this being just after the Salem witch trials, being a witch was still considered a felony. Eventually, the villagers mobbed together and stormed through the woods to Moll's cabin and set it ablaze. But this woman acted fast. She got the hell out of there and went running in the freezing cold, snowy woods, and that was the last time she was seen alive. A few days passed, no sign of the witch, until a young boy was wandering the woods trying to find his missing cow and stumbled upon the dead, frozen body of Moll. One hand was frozen to a boulder while the other was in an upward position towards the sky, and when her frozen body was removed, her handprint and a knee print was left on the boulder. The townspeople were beside themselves because they took that as a sign that Moll placed a final curse on their town. And where they took her body afterwards and her final resting place is unknown, but the legend of her witchcraft embedded in that boulder remains to this day. Moll Dyer's boulder was lost for many years, until a writer named Philip Love was possessed by curiosity and tracked it down. He found the boulder, hand and knee print and all, still intact in the woods at the edge of a ravine in 1968, still in Leonardtown, Maryland. But it wasn't until 1972 that the boulder was relocated. So this piece of remarkable history sat in the woods for 4 years before anyone did anything with it, which is wild to me. But the boulder was moved to Leonardtown's old jail museum, where it was held with other local artifacts until just 2021, when it was sent off to Tudor Hall. Tudor Hall is known to be the headquarters for the St. Mary's County Historical Society, so they do take great pride in preserving the boulder. And although the boulder now has a protective covering over it, that doesn't stop the heebie-jeebie ghostly vibes that radiate off of that thing. The covering allows people to be able to touch the boulder while still protecting it from the elements, and some have reported to feel dizzy when touching it, while others have reported falling ill after. Visitors have also heard disembodied voices, and gusts of wind will rush through the site on a warm and very still day, leading one to believe that it is Moll Dyer letting you know that she's still around. There have also been reports of her apparition being spotted at both the site that holds the boulder, as well as a nearby creek, which is known as the Moll Dyer Run. So that is the unfortunate story of Moll Dyer, who was accused of being a witch only because she couldn't stop people from dying by influenza. If you have any other witches that you would like for me to do an episode on, drop a comment below, and until next time, bye!